Factor Inwintosh, Faculty of Social Work, University of Toronto. MSW, Indigenous Trauma and Resiliency, ITR, Application Process. About the application process. Applications to the Factor Inwintosh Faculty of Social Work must be submitted to the School of Graduate Studies, SGS, using an online application portal, which is housed on a secure server at the University of Toronto. The online application allows applicants to manage and submit biographical and educational information, as well as specific required documentation immediately to the University of Toronto. Applicants can edit an in-progress application and check the status of all documents submitted using a secure password and user ID. Applications are considered complete and are reviewed only after all documentation is received. The application process will consist of 2 stages. 1. Review of the application documents. 2. Interview for those applicants who pass through the application review. Commitment to community healing is a key factor in developing this program, and potential learners will be considered based on their ability to identify a personal willingness to learn about themselves, a commitment to community wellness and readiness to take on pertinent projects. How to apply. Log into the online application. The link to apply is admissions.sgs.utoronto.ca/apply. Provide the biographical and educational information. Provide contact information for your referees. Be sure to inform your referees that you are doing this and that the University of Toronto, SGS, will be contacting them by email. Upload your supporting documentation directly onto the online application portal. Submit your payment to finalize the application by the deadline. Applicants are encouraged to refer to the FIFSW ITR applications page for complete application instructions. Visit socialwork.utoronto.ca/admissions/MSWITR/applications deadlines. Required documentation. School of Graduate Studies online application and application fee. Unofficial transcripts from all academic institutions attended, college and university. 2 references, CV, and MSW ITR personal statement. Special criteria required. Applicants must have work experience in any of the fields of social work, psychology, addictions, community intervention, nursing, or traditional healing and medicines. While this work may resonate with many people, preference will be given to individuals who have both addressed their personal trauma and have done work in the community in the capacity as noted above. SGS online application. When applying to the program, please select Master of Social Work, Indigenous Trauma and Resiliency. Note, this program is offered on a full-time basis only. Transcripts. You are required to upload 1 electronic transcript from each post-secondary institution attended, colleges, including CSHEP, and universities. Electronic transcripts must be up to date and include the legend, which is usually printed on the back of the paper transcript. Please ensure that the file is complete and readable before submitting. Transfer credit statement. If you received transfer credits towards your undergraduate degree for courses completed at another academic institution, and if the number of transfer credits awarded do not appear on the transcript, we will require an official statement from the university confirming the number of transfer credits awarded. This document can be uploaded via the SGS portal under the document labeled Transfer Credit Statement. If you are offered admission, submission of all academic official transcripts will be a condition of admission. Transcripts are considered official if received directly from the academic institution. References for the ITR program. You will be asked to provide contact information for your referees, including a valid institutional, organizational email address, if available. The system will send an email to each of your referees inviting them to submit the completed form directly to the application database using a secure interface. The email will include reference instructions and the reference form. It is important to communicate with your referees well in advance of submitting your online application for admission to confirm contact information and ensure they are willing and able to provide a reference by the deadline date. A valid institution or organization email address is necessary for a referee to upload their letter. Email addresses that are shared, anonymous, generic, or not linked to an institution, organization, or business are not acceptable. For example, Gmail, Hotmail, or Yahoo accounts. We strongly suggest you choose a referee who has a valid institution or organization email address. If an individual does not have a valid email address, look at designating a different referee. If, despite your best effort, absolutely no alternative referee with a valid institution or organization email address is possible, you can enter a non-institution or non-organization email address in the online admissions application. It is not necessary to contact us. Be aware, this may delay review of your application as we must verify the authenticity of reference letters received in this manner. For every referee, enter a telephone number where they can be reached for our verification purposes. Please note, the admissions committee will only review 2 references. References for the ITR program can be from any of the following: academic from a university course instructor, work, volunteer setting, or from a practicum instructor or supervisor, or a traditional teacher, mentor, or professional colleague. Note, personal references are not appropriate. For example, relatives or friends. CV instructions. Please include the following headings: education, employment, volunteer work, practica and internships, cultural healing practices, research experience in publications, and awards. Note, it is important to include the duration, number of months and years, and hours per month for each work, practica, and volunteer experience. Your CV must clearly differentiate if your experience has been paid, voluntary, or through practica. Please list volunteer experience separately from paid employment. CV instructions education. Include all post-secondary experiences, including degrees and diplomas not completed or in progress. Also include any other training, certifications, workshops, or education you have received, including information about the training topic and the length of training. CV instructions employment. Indicate all your work experience, including any of the areas of social work, psychology, addictions, nursing, cultural healing practices, or other relevant areas of practice. CV instructions, volunteer work, practica, and internships. Please indicate all your volunteer, practica, or internship experience. The field practicum experience is only required if you have a BSW degree. Describe all of your BSW field practicum experiences and include the following: name of organization, dates and placement, practicum instructor's name, work title or position, and degree held, and briefly outline your assignments in this practicum. CV instructions, cultural healing practices. Indicate your work and understanding of cultural healing practices through any experiences you have with traditional healing and medicines. Indicate any social or cultural training, practices, or disciplines that you have received, including information about that training topic and the length of training. CV instructions, research experience, and publications. Indicate any research projects you have worked on, what the research project was, the duration of the project, and your role on the project. For example, research assistant jobs, title of thesis, or research project. Indicate any publications you have written or co-written or have been part of on the research team. CV instructions awards. Please indicate any awards that you have received. Personal statement questions. The following essay questions form a critical part of the application and will be a determining factor in the selection process. While answers should be fully developed, please limit the length of responses to 400 words per question. Use separate pages for each question. What experiences motivated you to seek entry to this program? What knowledge and experience do you currently have that are relevant to this program? Describe how you believe an MSW in Indigenous trauma and resiliency will assist you in meeting the existing needs in your community. How do you balance wellness in times of stress? Identify one thing you are most excited about learning. Each year, we receive many more qualified applications than spaces available in the program. The possession of the minimum admission requirements does not in itself guarantee admission. The faculty reserves the right to select which qualified applicants it will recommend for admission to SGS. All decisions are final.